Stevie, you want to try to do a retrohale on the show?
What happens in a retrohale? Teach me.
So you breathe it in, or you suck it in. Don't inhale it. You suck it in.
Yep.
Close your mouth. Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then just blow out your nose. There you go. See, this one's a lot easier than
Totally different flavor.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Yeah,
That is weird. Hanebury Plumbing and Heating is booming now. We're in Delaware County, Montgomery, Chester, Bucks. Yep. Sorry, I was missing that. And yeah, really enjoying it. And you know, the exciting thing is, Joe, you've got, you know, the HVAC background, and so the family business. We've got bright things here in the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is incredible. Was this like a startling transition for you? Like, obviously being in that like business background with all that stuff, like, was this something where you were like, this might not work, or was it just having that like business mentality, like, we're gonna make it work?
So I love, you know, being an entrepreneur. So it's, you know, to do that, you can't have the word fail in your mind. So anything you put your mind to, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
The last time I was drinking the Balvenie whiskey, I was with Joey at a bar.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And there was a guy, you know, nicely sitting next to us eating his tacos.
And we were all like, we were friendly, like we were talking with them and everything.
And I decided that his dinner was going to be mine.
It was already first off, the taco was already half eaten.
I took it off his plate and ate it.
No way.
Yeah.
And Joey can finish the rest of that story.
Yeah, this dude looked at him and was like, "Did he just really eat my fucking taco?" And Stevie goes, "Yeah." And this dude got up and left the bar, and like the bartender looks at me and he's like, he's cut off. I was like, yeah, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
Grab Stevie, try to get him in the car. And
man.
yeah.
That's
Hey guys, welcome back to Fratelli Fubatori, aka Smoking Bros. We're doing another around the table, and we got a special guest today, and his name is Stevie.
Hey,
Welcome
What's
on,
up,
Stevie.
brother?
excited to be here.
Yeah. Move your mic a little closer to your mouth.
There we go.
A little closer.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Is
better.
that better?
Yeah, a little bit. We're excited to have you on here, man.
Excited to be here.
It's about time.
It's about damn time.
It
It took
has.
way too long to get you on here.
I know.
We were trying to do it since we've recorded Jenna's.
and that was the first one we
That was
did.
the first
That was the
one we
first
did.
one we did.
Is that a year ago?
No.
Nah.
No.
I don't think
I mean, it's been close.
Yeah.
Pretty close to it, but I want to say it's a year.
So I'm Jenna's brother, by the way, and Joey's brother-in-law.
Joey's brother-in-law.
by the way.
I mean, you could have just said that.
Yeah, right.
And say Jenna. No.
Yeah, they might not even know who she is.
That's true.
But yeah, man, I'm excited to share this pappy with you.
You've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah. It's a nice cigar.
Yep.
Like everybody knows, just like the whiskey, they're very rare to get. It's hard to find. Luckily, we have a shop that sells them.
Constantly has them.
Yeah, like
Which is very
ridiculous amount.
surprising.
Every time I go to shops, they always ask if they have them. They're like, you can't get them. You can't get them.
Ever since you brought it up, I've looked every time I go in. I have yet to find one.
You know what it is? It's probably the shop. Like, they probably love them, so they grab them immediately when they come
Well,
in.
no,
and buy them
the thing
themselves.
is they're a smoke shop. They're not even. I don't know how their licensing works, but for the most part, like, they sell cigarettes, bongs, shit like that. But the majority of their stores, like, I mean, the cigar room's massive.
Mhm.
Like, and then their back wall just has like anything you need for cigars. Like, they have like a little dugout for it that you put in your pocket, shit like that, like ashtrays. But I don't know. He says that he gets them. I'm like,
yeah.
all right, sweet, good for me.
Yeah, my cigar shop was very shocked when I told him that I could find them.
Really?
Yeah. I gave him one because he said he couldn't get them, and I was hoping maybe he would hook me up in the future. But he
Yeah.
did. The one day he gave me like 30% off on the cigars I bought, and I bought a lot.
I was just gonna say.
But
I'm
it was
wondering
nice.
what we should do is we should buy a bunch from your store go to him and resell them for more.
For more, yeah. No, nobody. Would
Yeah,
buy it.
he would never bite on that.
Yeah.
Why not?
He gets them from like retailers, so he's not paying what we pay. Idiot.
Yeah, but he's saying
know
that if
that.
we buy them at the price that he's selling it, and then sell them for double because they're so rare. It's
They're so
it's
hard
like
to
the
get.
whiskeys.
Yeah.
Like when you have a rare whiskey, you do the second markup price.
Like maybe we can start a Fratelli Fumatori store, and we'll
That exclusively sells Pappy
Yeah,
Van Winkles.
You should start a store for all the ones you guys smoke.
It would be cool.
Share it with the listeners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be nice. But
That is a good idea.
And then you can feature you can feature the next one we're going to smoke. That way they can purchase it ahead of time before the
Well, that's kind of like when we did the little promo videos for
Yeah.
like we would film what cigar we're going to be smoking
Mhm.
and stuff
whiskey
like
we were drinking. Yeah.
Why did we stop that? I like that.
It was a lot of work for me.
that. I mean, dude, I'm making these TikToks and it's fucking
Yeah,
hard.
Zero. He made zero.
I haven't even turned
I
my
was going to
computer
say,
on.
I don't think I've seen a TikTok
never.
yet.
Yeah.
No, we've done TikToks.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see the one of my dad. We were all down. It was the one. Give me my money.
Oh,
and
I
then
did see
clap.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be nice to get back in it if I had somebody else doing all the editing.
I'll do the editing. For
Yeah,
you.
sure.
This is a different tasting cigar than I think any cigar I've ever smoked.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful
Smell,
cigar.
taste, everything.
yeah.
It's so smooth off the front too.
Very smooth.
Not really pepper, like not a lot of pepper in it.
Mm-mm.
A little background to the cigar because we already smoked it. These we usually don't really talk about the cigar as much, but since you're an avid cigar smoker like us, it's nice to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
It has a Kentucky Tapa Negro wrapper. That's the lighter shade,
Yeah.
and then the darker shade is a San Andreas Mexican San Andreas wrapper.
Gotcha.
That's the darker one. Flavor notes on that, I'm not 100% sure, but flavor note of the whole cigar, they say charred oak, cocoa, cinnamon, and a little bit of vanilla are the flavor notes on it. I don't know if you're going to pick any of that up, but sometimes when we know it, later on when we're smoking the cigar, we'd be like, you know what, that tastes a little cinnamony.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
I'm just getting straight whatever the wood is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, I feel like it smelled like it's hickory.
Yeah, so when you smelled the cigar, it smelled charred.
Yeah.
So when I smelled it, I was like, yeah, that's definitely charred oak. Like right off the
Is
rip.
that what it is? Charred oak?
Charred oak, yeah. And it has the like when you get a good cigar, when you sniff it before you light it up, it smells like barnyard. Or
Yeah,
like
which is
hay or like, and that's it
this
was
to a T.
strong.
Yeah.
Strong with that burnt charred.
Yeah.
It smelled like if you lit a barnyard on fire. That's what it smelled like. But yeah, it's a phenomenal cigar. It's very light. Easy smoke too.
Yep.
I feel like anybody could pick these up and just smoke them
Yeah.
and be good.
But it still has that like complexity of like all the different shit that's going on in this thing
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
What were these running at?
They're $14. Well, this is $14 a stick. They have the Churchill, which was
Don't ask me.
I think 16. So they're not really that pricey.
Yeah.
For it being so
Rare.
rare to find. You think they would mark them up?
Yeah.
But they don't. They're a decent. I mean, it's not a cheap cigar, but it's not a
So-
$25 cigar.
Yeah.
So Pappy Van Winkle's like a small batch whiskey company. They
Yep.
don't just make masses like Seagram 7 or Crown Royal or so be it. So the cigars are essentially the same sense of like small batch.
Yep.
So that's why like the fact that this guy has them in stock for so long is obviously they're probably making like millions, but
Well, it's not heavily marketed either, so I don't think
No.
a ton of people know about
which
it.
is I wouldn't have known about them at all, but I went to the owner of the Buck and I was talking to him and I was like, "Hey, like we're starting a cigar and whiskey podcast, blah blah blah. Do you have any like cigars that like you like?" And he was like, Pappy Van Winkle's. And I was like, okay. And he's like, but they're kind of hard to get. I get them for our golf outing, like Friends for Heroes.
Yep.
And I would say like maybe like I brought it up to Nikki, and then like 3 months looking for him, couldn't find him, and then one day
I would
they were
even
just
say,
in stock.
I would even say longer than 3 months.
Yeah. And went and picked it up. They are made by Drury Estates, Drew
Estate.
Drew Estate, exclusively for Pappy and Co. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, phenomenal cigar. Definitely something anyone can pick up
Yeah.
and enjoy. The complexity of the flavor notes is insane. Like what you get like on the draw is not what you're getting. Like if you do a retrohale, like the flavors
Yeah.
that come out of that are insane. This is
Yeah.
my favorite cigar of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say my draw in is like you get the chocolate, a little. It's like a very small hint of vanilla, and then the retrohale's leather.
Yeah.
Straight leather.
Yep.
Stevie, you want to try to do a retrohale on the show?
What happens in a retrohale? Teach me.
So you breathe it in, or,
Well, don't
or you
breathe
suck
it
it in. Don't inhale it. You
Okay.
suck it in.
Yep.
Close your mouth. Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then just blow out your nose. There you go. See, this one's a lot easier than
Totally different flavor.
Yeah. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
yeah.
That is
yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
Totally
But it's like
different.
I don't know if what you're picking up, but what I get is a super leathery, like blow
Yeah.
out of the nose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
The good thing about the cigar too is there's zero pepper in it. There's
Yeah.
no spice. There's no
See, that's what I really like about it. I don't get pepper at all.
Mhm.
And usually in the higher end cigars, you're getting pepper.
yeah. Well, it also depends too on who's making the blend because so AJ Fernandez,
Love AJ Fernandez.
yeah, his stuff's so good.
Yep.
He's pretty much in everything.
He is
So-
AJ touches everything.
What was the one you gave me? Or you recommended I smoke? It was
the
incredible.
25th or the 20th anniversary?
So good.
Did you get one?
I did. Yep.
It's like the perfect, like it's like the cigar smell you want to smell when you smoke cigars, and it was so smooth and it was so nice. Different from most AJ's though, because he's usually super heavy pepper,
Mm-hmm.
and that cigar was very mild.
Yep.
It wasn't that heavy, but it was phenomenal smoke. But the knuckle sandwich,
Favorite cigar.
So AJ's in that as well. So it's a triple collab with Espinosa,
Yep.
Knuckle,
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, and AJ.
I have one out in my car right now. It's my favorite.
Yeah. So last week we did the Habano, and it's not as good as the Maduro. The Maduro is the best one that they make.
Yep.
Um,
With the red
Yeah, the
ribbon.
red band. Yeah. So we did the Habano, which has the black band, and it was just kind of just mute compared to the Maduro.
Yeah.
I think he has another one coming out. It's like an anniversary. I think he has an anniversary knuckle sandwich too.
Be getting that one.
Yeah. I gotta look into that, but I think he had, I don't know if it came out already or if it's coming out, but it's like some type of anniversary for him.
Sally's on it.
That's our lookup girl.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah.
local girl. Yeah.
Don't say look up girl.
Um,
What am I looking up? Knuckle sandwich.
Anniversary.
anniversary or something. I forget what it was. It was it might already be out. I saw it the other day. I'm doing a freaking dad.
Yeah, you are. We were supposed to have some good whiskey tonight, but somebody forgot it.
Yeah.
Who's that, me? Do you know what's funny? I before I left today, I looked in my cabinet because I have been a huge proponent of fancy whiskeys, and I had one in my hand, and I was like, well, it's a little bit earlier in the morning. Maybe they don't want it, and I should have brought it. But I have one for you.
We'll always take it.
Yep, I got a good one for you.
All right. It'd be nice to have.
Yep, next time,
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
Friendsgiving.
I'll bring it.
All right.
All right.
So what I'm finding here is it's not necessarily
It might not be an anniversary. It might
It's
just be like
not. So
a
it's-
new blend.
it's a special birthday size, which
There
I
you go.
believe is Gordo.
Let me see.
So it's yeah, it doesn't say what it is, but yeah. So when I look up anniversary, it's just popping up Gordo.
Oh yeah, that's 50
blah blah blah. So
it's
that's a
his-
fucking fat boy.
number 55. That's the one I was talking about. But it's different than the other blends that he has. different from the knuckle sandwich itself. But anyway, you bringing up that that you have some fancy whiskeys. Have you ever had Pappy?
I have.
And what's your thoughts on it? Is it worth the hype?
The only times I've ever had Pappy were celebratory for kind of business related things. And so that's usually followed by a long night after. So I can't come back and tell you exactly my thoughts on flavors and all that. I mean, it's a very smooth drinking whiskey, but that's.
I've heard like mixed reviews, like watching like whiskey guys, like they'll be like, it's highly sought after. They still want the whiskey. They think it's great, but they're like, is it worth $5,000?
No.
Is it worth $3,000? Probably not. And that's what they say. They're like, there's so many good whiskeys out there that can match up to it that are a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but you're just buying the name at that point.
Yeah.
The thing that always triggered me on good whiskeys was where they came from, the story behind it, the rarity of how many were produced. And so it's not necessarily that it's, the most, the best tasting whiskey, but it's more about where it came from, and how you got it or how you got to it. That's what's always, what town it's from. That's what's always, I always enjoyed that. Yeah, I have a Whistle Pig is a good whiskey. I haven't
Whistle Pig.
We love Whistle Pig.
Yeah, an 18-year Whistle Pig, but same thing as Pappy. It's like it's more of a larger produced brand, and I've always enjoyed like the Irish whiskey that comes from a town that you've never heard of, that's been sitting in someone's
bathtub
for years on end, and my gosh, can you believe you're tasting it? And it's like, wow, that's what
it's cool.
Yeah,
it's like you're tasting history. It's not like it's not just a name brand.
The Middleton that I gave you guys, I think it was the 2018 or 2019 very rare.
You gave us two of them.
Yeah, we have two of them.
Yeah, so the interesting story behind that, the very rare collection is people log those bottles online, and travel the world to try the specific batch, like the 2018 batch, the 2019, and so when you register that bottle online, people can send you messages, and they want to come try, your very rare 2018 collection. And
for $1,000 a shot.
Weren't we talking about that when we were filming that? We were like, register the bottle. What does that mean?
Because we read it. We opened it up and read it. Yeah. And it said that. It said register the bottle. And we're like, and we were confused by that. That's it. It's good to actually know what it means.
Yeah.
That is cool, though.
It's like it's basically like a handwritten note from the person who made it saying, this is rare. Go online, register, because you're going to be one of, only a certain amount of people around the world that have that bottle. And that's what always that's what always got me onto that collection. It wasn't even, again, yes, it tastes great, it's smooth. Everybody who touches it loves it, but it's like the story behind it.
Yeah. Wow.
It's actually funny because I don't like Irish whiskey until I had the Middleton. I mean, Jameson, it's not bad. I mean, I'll drink Jamie Orange any day. You can, it's so smooth and easy. But like Jameson itself, I was like, I've had proper 12 too. It wasn't like people raved about it.
They raved about the face behind it. That's what it was.
The regular Jamie, it's only a shot. You can only do a shot of it. Like you can't be sipping on that.
Nah, that's where I have a straight shooter.
Yeah.
So the Irish guys that would always get me these rare whiskeys, it was interesting. So I asked them, when you're just drinking a normal something you can get off the shelf, like what do you recommend? What do you guys like? And through, it's Monkey Shoulder.
Really?
I do like Monkey Shoulder.
I've never
Isn't that Scotch though?
It's I actually, to be honest, because
I think it's a bourbon.
No.
You sure?
It's definitely not. I believe Monkey Shoulders.
Sally will get it.
It's either Scotch or Irish. But I thought it was a Scotch.
It's through what they drink.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We've had it.
We've had it. I don't like it. I like Belvini way better. If it's a Scotch, Belvini's way better.
Yeah.
But Monkey Shoulders, it's cheaper.
cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna
so
say
it's nice or
Belvini,
whatever.
Belvini, isn't that like $100 a bottle?
Yeah, that's
well, the one's $80. You got to mix.
The
depending
one we
on which one
like
you get.
though,
Yeah.
the
The
double.
one we
O.
like is it only like $80.
Oh, really?
Do you
Yeah.
remember the Balvenie that you had of mine for a while that I left at your place?
Yeah.
I think that was I
Did
think
you take that back?
I did.
You bastard.
Yeah,
In a night of long memories.
Was that
yeah,
when we picked you up?
Monkey
Mhm.
Shoulder. Monkey Shoulder is a blended malt Scotch whiskey
Oh.
made for mixing. To kind of backtrack a little bit. I don't know if we knew this from the first episode. I obviously you're not going to go back and look, but it says that Pappy Van Winkle, right? Because I was looking at a $50,000 bottle. Is distilled by Buffalo Trace.
Yes. Yeah, it's a Buffalo Trace product. They took it over. They took over. I think their mash build, and they distill it.
Which good cigar, by the way. You
Right?
turned me on to
Yeah,
that.
Buffalo Trace is a good cigar. Their whiskey's good too. And I know you don't drink
Whiskey anymore.
whiskey anymore, but
Yeah.
it's a good cheap whiskey. It's $35.
Do you know
MSRP.
why I don't drink whiskey anymore?
No.
So in business, I was partnered with a guy from Ireland. And everything that I'm telling you about the stories of where the whiskeys come from, the towns and the different tastes, I got really into it.
Mhm.
But I'm American. He's Irish. He can drink me under the table.
Through
And
and
so we would sit in his basement bar. And every time he'd come back from Ireland, he'd bring, from this town, I want you to try this one. Tell me the taste difference. And I couldn't make it out alive every single time. And so, I enjoyed many expensive whiskeys, but it was a promise from my wife that the whiskey tasting was done.
That's funny. That's funny.
That
No,
is-
but I
that's
mean,
awesome.
yeah, that is funny too, because he's an Irishman. They can drink.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
boys can drink, and it's
Yeah.
like, and if you're not taking it easy, like only taking like little tiny sips, you can really get messed up on that.
Yeah.
Well, in Ireland, when the bars closed, this is a thing. They start what's called sing song. So bars close at 2, and they'll go, till 4 or 5 in the morning singing. And so, when you're with, when you're drinking with, authentic Irishmen, it's not just a couple here and then go home. It's an all night affair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm just not my liver's not trained for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he was probably still able to walk a straight line.
Yep. And have a normal conversation with his wife.
Well, it's good that at least you're aware and you were like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, man.
That's funny though.
I wish I had some really good whiskeys.
You're gonna get one this Saturday. Then you
Are
gotta
you
do it.
Are you gonna let us know what it is, or is it gonna be a surprise?
It's a Middleton Very Rare, but it's a Barry Crockett Special Edition. So you've had, I think, the 2018, 2019 batch, which the interesting thing is their value goes up as time goes on. So I think that 2018 is worth like $2,500, $3,000 right now. But the Barry Crockett Special Edition, from my understanding, is Barry Crockett is the lead distiller.
Okay.
And this is like his special batch.
Ooh.
So I've got it in a nice box for you guys. And it's same thing. It's got the handwritten note. You
Yeah.
log the bottle online. So you'll have it this Saturday.
Sweet.
Wonder if we should log them online. Start getting people to reach out to us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
should.
$1,000.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like about the whiskey world is like everybody who's into whiskey. Same with cigars. It's like a community. It's a whole
Yeah.
community. Like you go and it's like there's like everybody's friendly. Everybody talks. Everybody's
Mhm.
excited about it. Like it's such an amazing community.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really
outside of the
enjoyed that
drunkenness.
community.
But
But
yeah.
Miller Lite works for me.
Miller Lite.
Jesus. Oh, that's funny. But what time are we at? I want to make sure I have enough time.
29.
Nah. Enough
So,
time for what?
I want to talk about Stevie and
Oh, okay. I was like,
his
what do you-
new career path.
New career path. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
are you hooking?
you on the corner?
Weren't you just talking about Sally, the order girl?
All right. Well, all right. Listen here. Okay.
Well, let's get into this just to give you a little bit of time and everything. You want to
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I'll tell you guys a little bit about my path. So my career has been in life sciences. So biotech, pharma, med device. Most, recently has been around the cell and gene therapy space. So easiest way to describe what I did is helped companies get new therapies approved by the FDA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great booming field right now. There are one-shot cures for cancer out there. The strategy to get them to market is very challenging. But over the last, I would say 6 months, 6 months now, had a change, and really was getting burnt out by the corporate world. White collar, just rules and regs everywhere. And my dad, growing up had a plumbing and heating business. And, I was always a kid that no way I'm going to work for my dad. I'm going to go and do my own thing and build my own career. And my dad's a tradesman, so not a business guy. He knows how to fix your heater, knows how to, plug a leak. But recently the trades are where everybody's going. It's where a lot of capital's going. Booming. And the challenge is there aren't enough people that are learning these trades. And so the value of it just continues to go up. And so in a conversation with my dad, who's, getting close to retirement, I asked him, in transition, I said, what are you doing with the business? And just to be clear for everybody, this wasn't a, multi-million-dollar plumbing and heating business. But my thought was, after he said to me, I'm just going to, kind of let it go off into the distance and let it go. I'm thinking, Dad, you've got an asset there, and it's an asset in a time that, everybody needs a good plumber. And not only do you need a good plumber, but you need a good plumber you trust. It's someone you're letting into your house. And so, my experience scaling businesses, I thought, let's combine the trade with business and see where we can take this thing. And then, so for the last 6 months, and you see the H for Hanebury Plumbing and Heating, we got together and, I'm proud to say, over the last probably 4 weeks, I think we did more week over week than he did in his entire career. And that's not an ode to me. That's an ode to us. We're looking to start hiring come January, and, business is booming. And so what was a bit of a side fun hustle for me has really turned into a new career path, and I'm enjoying it. And so, yeah, Hanebury Plumbing and Heating is booming now. We're in Delaware County, Montgomery, Chester, Bucks. Yep. Sorry, I was missing that. And really enjoying it. And the exciting thing is, Joe, you've got the HVAC background, and so the family business. We've got bright things here in the future.
That's awesome.
That is incredible. Was this like a startling transition for you? Like, obviously being in that like business background with all that stuff, like, was this something where you were like, this might not work, or was it just having that like business mentality, like, we're gonna make it work?
So I love being an entrepreneur. So it's to do that, you can't have the word fail in your mind. So anything you put your mind to, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
I've got 2 little girls and a wife at home that, got to keep the lights on and keep them fed. And so looking into it, started looking at the numbers, and sure, it's not, the career that I was in, but it had potential. And so I leaned in, gave it, my full 40-hour week focus, more than 40 at this point, but, and it's moving. And, the thing that I enjoy most is walking into somebody's house and them thanking you for the work that you do for them. And, so it's not the dollar amount. Yeah, we want to grow a big business, but Hanebury Plumbing and Heating, and it's been crazy to talk to some of my dad's customers who've been with him for 25 years, telling me what they think of him, and how he's always been there, whenever they needed him. And that to me, the difference between, okay, getting a new therapy approved into market, that's great. You're saving lives. But looking at somebody as you're in their house, after their basement, you either saved a flood or their basement was just filled with 3 feet of water, and you were able to get them back on their feet. I love that.
Yeah.
Like it gets the, the energy flowing, and it's like every time I walk into somebody's house, I have a chance to make their day better.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thriving on right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not it's not the dollars and cents, at the time that I'm used to, but it's fulfilling, the spirit, I guess.
The gratification, like I say that all the time, like with my job, like obviously I'm not making millions of dollars, but like just the fact that I have the opportunity to, on someone's wedding day, make that the best day of their life, or the worst day of their life on a funeral, them come up and be like, hey, well, thank you for making this day easier. Like the amount of times that the wife of a deceased or whatever comes up and says, can I give you a hug? Like that shit, like it brings you to tears in the sense of like you were able to do something for them on the worst day possible, or the best day possible, and just for them to remember that as like, so I entirely understand on what you mean, and I mean, Joe, you probably have the same thing. Like when you guys do something like that,
it's the services industry. Doesn't matter.
Seriously.
That's what I was going to bring up, is that it goes back to the old days where you service your community. Yep. And all those types of job, post office, banquet, heating, plumbing, maintenance, repair. That's is a community service for people, and it goes back to that, like you said, trust. Yep. Like the community comes to you for trust. They're welcoming you in your home to save their home. Yep. Like, you know what I mean? Say, like for everything, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's great. Like once you experience that, you don't want to get rid of it, and it's a shame that it almost seems like the world pushed away from it,
like a dying breed.
Yeah. And it would be really cool that like to come back into that and then grow. Like, so with your business growing, like people are going to know Hanebury Plumbing and Heating. Yep. Heating and plumbing.
And knowing it for the right reasons. Yeah. That's, there are plenty of, services and plumbing and heating and HVAC companies out there that'll come save the day and fix you. But the difference is your heater broke and needs repair? Yeah. Or is your heater broke and needs replacement?
Exactly.
And a lot of the people, and this can translate into, services.
Anything.
Are you upselling them a drink when they only want a Miller Lite? It's like you're still serving them a drink, but what is the need? And so that's where the value is. We had a guy last week who, geez, his heater is, I couldn't even tell you how old. He had 2 companies in, refused to work on it. We fixed it up, got him going again, and that was one of those moments. Thank you. Yeah. It didn't need repair.
Yeah.
Is he going to need it in the future? Likely, but we replaced all the failing components on it. The thing's pumping good heat. He, unfortunately, his wife was just diagnosed with cancer, not in a place where he's, able to shell out for 10 grand, 15 grand in a new heater. Yeah. And he walked up and said, thank you for what you do. And then that to me that's worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we, as a company, that's where we focus. It's not coming in your house to make money, to upsell you on the drink or the heater you don't need. It's, I'm coming into your house to get you back going so you can continue off on your,
the good part about that too is when that heater does kick and go, they're going to be calling you, not the other 2 companies.
Correct.
So that instills a lot in people.
And I think that's the most important thing, right? Because like being able to be that honest person is going to keep that people with you. Like now
it
that guy's going to refer.
Instantly. It pays in the long.
Exactly. Yeah. So like the thing we tell people, like obviously we have like young kids that work for us that really don't give a shit, and it's like we tell them all the time, like we can advertise, we can put our billboard on 95 and whatever. That's not going to do much, but me and you coming as family and being like, hey, you should really try this out. Word of mouth is the strongest thing possible. And especially when it's like in like a little kind of like silly manner, like I'm coming to your house, it's always cold, and you're like, oh, well, it feels good in here. Well, yeah, actually, Hanebury Heating and Plumbing came and did it for me, but they didn't kill me over it.
Yep.
And that's when it's like, okay, sweet. Do you have their card? Do you have their number? You know what I mean? So it's like the business aspect, taking the honest work and putting your business aspect to it. I mean, honestly, like it's fucking amazing
It's
what
rewarding,
you're doing with it. Yeah. Seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Thanks,
about building
man.
relationships.
Yep. How many people in your complex know who you are?
Oh, I think every single one.
Yeah. I mean, and when they have a problem, they know exactly who they're coming to. Yeah.
I mean, you can't really miss Joey. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
If I saw you coming, I'd be like, yeah, that's Joey.
No,
you could put a leg out the car. I'm like, yeah, that's
You
Joey.
could feel me
You
coming.
could put your label on it and they'll see it a mile away.
Do you know why they would know it's Joey if he put a leg out the car?
Because
Nikki
of
knows.
my feet.
Because his feet stink.
Smells
Oh, I thought
so
you were
bad.
I thought you were talking about my third leg.
Oh, yeah, bad.
We were at an Eagles game recently, Damon, and I drove, and on the way home, I kept, it was cold out. I kept, window down, window up, because I'm like, something stinks in here. Joey's got his foot on my armrest as I'm driving.
I can see it. Yeah.
Smells so bad.
Yeah.
And
Well-
the worst
well-
part too is his shoes were still on.
Mhm.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
took them off.
Oh,
did
you?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was airing them out.
Yeah.
I was
No,
like, that's the worst.
no,
when you
well-
can smell it through the shoe, that's
Yeah.
deadly.
Well, these are
Like air
look,
shoes.
yeah, they're like air, they're open. So like but the thing is we were at we tailgated the Eagles game, and then we went into Xfinity Live.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So you're on your feet all freaking day.
6 hours.
My feet are like throbbing at this point. So I'm like, I just don't even want my shoes on anymore. So I
Yeah.
just flipped them off and
Get some comfortable shoes.
just waited.
Yep.
What?
Get some comfortable shoes, not shoes off like TikTok shop.
Why do you have to call me out like that?
That's where he bought them too.
Anybody that when you just put your foot up, they're gonna go, yeah, I saw them.
You know how much I got these for?
$12.
$2.
Really? New?
Yeah, on TikTok
New,
shop.
yeah, new. $2.
No,
new.
because what it is like when you first make your purchase
Yeah,
off
it's like-
TikTok, they give you like 50 and 40% off. So I got like 90% off a shoe of a $12 shoe. And came
Okay,
down-
so I was right. Yeah.
What size shoe are you?
12.
All right, Christmas is coming.
Okay.
Are you actually a size 12?
Have you seen my third leg?
He's not a size 12. He's a fake 12.
You want to see my shoe?
No, don't take it off.
Don't take it off.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, good thing for the cigar smoke. That'll kill the smell a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
This cigar is getting so much. It's getting better and better as it.
it's just a
Yeah.
phenomenal smoke, man.
Yeah.
Just hands down,
Yeah.
probably number one.
Thanks to me.
I would put it at number
Thanks to
one
me.
if it was easier to get.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
when I put my ratings, I do it off of like availability, taste, smell, all that stuff. And this cigar would be number one if it was easily able to get. But right now it's in my top 5.
What is your
Hands
number
down.
one?
It's a Diesel, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great cigar.
Which one again? The 20th? Or
The Diesel Vintage
That was the one I smoked
vintage.
at the tailgate.
at the tailgate.
yeah, it's good.
yeah, you
It's-
still have
it's-
3 of them too.
It's one of my favorite cigars.
They're in my car.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, it was my cousin's birthday, and so Nikki and Joey bought the Diesel. What is it? The vintage cigars to bring for him, and little cousin never got to smoking cigars at the tailgate, but they left them in my car. And I thought as they were getting out, should I tell them that they left these in the car?
Hell no.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Why, man? It's free cigars.
I woke up the next morning. I was like, "Did you grab the cigars?" He's like, "No." I'm like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
I didn't even remember them, and I'm so pissed too because I wanted to smoke one, and you lit it up, and I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little early. I thought we were gonna tailgate longer,
Yeah.
so I was like, I want to save it later in the night, and then we ended up leaving, going to Xfinity and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was so disappointed not to smoke it, but when you lit that up, it's all I wanted.
Here's another, while we're talking about the Eagles tailgate, here's a hot take. $40 to park. You have food, beer, anything you want to drink all day long. TV's up. I like tailgating better.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Way better.
It's the atmosphere. You got all the people screaming, cheering, hollering.
Yeah,
you know?
I was saying for $40, I'm eating all day, drinking all day.
Yeah.
And instead of paying $700 to go into the game, huge like fun experience.
And if he was explaining to Dad earlier that our plan for next year is to grab a little bus and fix it up. I would even go to the whole 9 and paint it, put a Eagles.
You could spray paint it.
I will 100% go in on that.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. We need a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because we found a bus for $3,000. That's run. It says it's running. I mean, you would have to obviously
a Detroit diesel. The thing will run. You know what's funny? The other night I was thinking about it, and I was thinking the one thing you need when you're tailgating is a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about the bus. Do you just saw a hole in the back of the bus and put a bucket down there?
Tank?
No, I wouldn't even put a bucket in there. I just cut a hole there and then you just piss outside. And
right on the ground.
Everyone does it.
What if you got a shit?
You shit out the side.
And then
it's going to be under the bus.
And then you pull off and it's there.
Yeah.
Just your tire. You don't have to clean it. And you spray your tire off.
You just put a fucking little bucket. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Little $5 Home Depot bucket. You just throw that bitch out.
But then you're and then it's sitting inside the bus the whole entire time.
All right, well then buy an actual gray tank that you won't smell it.
All right, that's fair.
All right, that'll be your investment. Your investment
for the entire bus. I'm in. I'm just buying the fucking toilet. I'm in.
For $3,000, we only need a couple people to chip in.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
If we can get it to low, like where everyone's just putting $500 in, that'll be ideal.
I would 100%.
So that's just 6 people. We need 6 people.
Nikki, would you?
I would go in.
So we have 4 right
here. Ethan, I'm sure Ethan would be down.
Yep.
So,
but
one more.
Here's the thing. Where's it going?
What?
Where's the bus going?
It's going to stay at Stevie's house.
There's so many. We could find a place.
So what?
I mean the
We could also just have a homeless guy live in it half the week and then pick it up on the weekend.
The farmhouse that's big property.
Easy to put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure their mom would have no problem with that whatsoever.
Just make it pretty.
Just giant
We'll just-
Kelly Green.
We'll store it where the boat used to be.
Damon, Kelly Green or the Forest Green Eagles? What do you like
are
better?
you trying to pop? Like, are you trying to be like, that's an Eagles fan bus?
No, I'm just saying in general.
What's your favorite?
I would say Kelly Green.
Yeah.
Kelly Green is by far the best.
But I'm also like a very like I like the bright colored shit. Like I know exactly where Joe is.
Yep.
The flamboyant colors. I love that shit. So the brighter the better for me.
But no, what I was getting into is what I wanted with the bus, put a couple seats on the one side and then put a TV up.
Yep. Easy.
That way, when it's freezing cold outside, you can sit in the bus with the heat, watch the game. There'll be a fridge there.
Yep.
Food will already be cooked.
You got to think.
You could bring this show on the road.
Yeah.
We could,
right?
actually.
We could do an Eagles podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I like it.
I mean, 4 of the 6 people.
He's gonna have troubles with it, but
Why would I have troubles with it?
every time we talk sports.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to learn more about sports.
You do.
That's all
Yeah,
it
you've
is.
been saying that. We've been doing this.
Every time the Eagles are on late night, I say, Nick, are you going to stay up and watch the game? No.
The
I'm going to
problem
bed.
is I got to get out to work so early, and then the game ends at like 10 o'clock, and I don't get enough sleep, and then I'm cranky.
Cracky.
I'm cranky.
That's a whole different issue.
Yeah, that is a whole different issue.
I kind of just thought about this, thinking about like, we're like 11 months into doing the podcast, right?
I know we're almost hitting a year.
I think we started next month.
Yeah, No, it was.
No, it was definitely in December because it was around Christmas.
The first show aired.
Which is, when is that, Joe?
Next month.
No, the
Okay.
first show aired halfway through January.
Are you sure?
Because I bought all the stuff during the Christmas time, but we're still trying to knock out the kinks before we did a show.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get used to talking into a mic and doing all the stuff. And I think Christmas Day was when we sat down and we were sitting at the table
Oh wow.
talking on the mics.
Yeah.
Didn't you have that little like Sony camera to start?
Well, that's what that is. That's what that camera.
No, not that. No, I'm talking about you had a smaller.
Yeah, so that's the camera, but
You got
hooked it.
attachments.
I hooked put a bunch of attachments.
Maybe
on
I'm just thinking of something else because
I had a I had like a
Leila's-
Canon camera that I was doing like small videos with. But with the start of the podcast, we had this Sony A6400.
Yeah.
And it just gets the job done. It does
Yeah.
does the job. The only downfall is during the summer it heats up a lot.
Yeah. So you have to have a fan on.
So I mean, if this podcast gets big, like if we get bigger and we can start making money off of it, I would invest in a better camera. They have one that has like a built-in fan, so it doesn't overheat. But they're like $3,000 cameras.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
But $800 gets the job done, does what you needed to do.
We're talking about buying a $3,000 bus.
yeah, but that's different.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
like
that's
like
different.
the fuel for our sports flame.
Yeah.
right there.
But yeah, and back to not to bring it back to the bus, but
I love the bus.
when we get the bus and the 6 people who chipped in automatically get in
Yeah.
the bus
Every
before,
time.
but before people are invited. I mean, obviously we're gonna.
You
bring
do
a
know
bunch
I
of
looked
people.
up the location of that bus and it's right around here, right?
Really?
Yeah, Ben Salem.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
yeah.
did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should
You
have
want to
just
go look at it today?
We should have just bought Minshew's bus.
Did he have one?
That's
Yeah.
what he used to live out of.
Yeah, he lived
Uh-huh.
at the stadium.
Yeah.
Speaking of Minshew, my fantasy team's so bad he's starting for me this week.
What is it? Is he on the Jags?
No, he's
Colts?
no, Raiders.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's bad.
Who's their starting quarterback?
It was a young guy, right? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Or no, was it Minshew?
I don't think Minshew started. I think
I don't
their
know.
quarterback got hurt. I don't know.
So guys, what do I do when my cigar burns like that?
So you
burn.
take
Nikki loves
the
this
long
topic.
part, the long part, and
Yep.
you put that at the bottom
Bottom. Okay. That's probably
and leave it there.
I thought
But
you-
it's probably
the
not
other
lit
way.
on that side. It doesn't even look like it's lit though.
Yeah, you might actually just want to torch that real quick just to fix it. But yeah, it's a Steve Saka. I don't know if you know him. He's a huge cigar guy. Makes his own cigars. Does I forget his brand. But he on one of the podcasts I watched, he said that on the podcast, and I thought opposite. I thought it was always you put it at the top.
Yeah.
And I don't know the science behind it, why it does it, but
it
when you
works.
put it at the bottom, eventually,
It'll
but you
catch
got to
up.
keep it there.
Yeah.
Like don't rotate your cigar at all. Leave it at the bottom,
Yeah.
and eventually it'll catch up.
Nice.
It'll burn it out and catch up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the fun fact of this podcast because my dad always does that.
You want to
Really?
catch it earlier than that though.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing like I always look at it. So like this one's getting a little behind. So now I'm going to turn it down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, rotating your cigar is like probably one of the most important parts of your cigar smoking.
The most important part of the cigar is also where people who don't appreciate a cigar will tell you, why are you even smoking it? Happens on the golf course all the time. I have just the little butt end of it left. And everyone's like, why are you smoking that? I'm like, this is the best
Yeah, Nikki likes
part
it.
It's my
of the
favorite
cigar.
part of the cigar.
If I could cut the whole thing down and just smoke that,
Yep.
I can't do it because it gets too hot for me.
Yeah, you're just a little bitch. He's a little bitch. That's why.
Yeah, it burns the shit out of your throat and
Yeah.
it burns your fingers.
you know what happens in this family when you go down that path, right?
What?
But no, it is. It's the best part of the cigar. I mean, I'm assuming all the oils from the leaves just draw down all the way down to the end, and you're just smoking pure
Oh,
like
it's so good.
deliciousness.
Yep. This
Um,
cigar has been incredible the entire ride.
Yeah. And the best part too is once you get down to that brown,
It's
the
a
darker
different
brown,
wrapper.
it's a different wrapper. So you're gonna have a
Yeah.
different smoking experience at the end of it too.
Yep.
Which that's where I'm curious. Maybe when it gets down to the end, maybe a little pepper comes in.
Could be.
We'll see, because usually
Yeah.
darker wrappers have like more of like a peppery.
And that'll be interesting because normally you get the pepper in the beginning and the pepper tapers off at the end.
I think.
You guys think? Sorry, Damon.
No, you're good.
Do you think we could raise the remaining $500 from your podcast for our bus?
I mean, we can always try.
Yeah, we can
We can
try.
always try it.
I mean, we
We
do
should
have 83 subscribers. Okay,
We should sell
84.
Like,
84. I'm
Got
sorry.
a new one.
sell. We should sell a cigar or like a T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
So my friend has all the shit to make
Yeah, we just gotta do it.
t-shirts, cups, like all that stuff.
Before I leave today, I need that friend's number because I'm buying this stuff all the time. He can do this.
She.
She is
Yes.
it Sally?
No.
No, she wants to do it and help out as well.
Yeah.
She made us stickers.
Yeah, we have little tiny stickers.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to meet with her and sit down and discuss like what are the costs going to be.
So
what are
that's the stuff she does. You just swipe. this
Oh
way.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, her so she does for like boxing gym, I
Mhm.
think in Jersey somewhere. She does all their like
Grab that later.
product stuff. And then her boyfriend does like he's very artistic guy, so he has like a
He does
clothing
the
company.
the design stuff.
No, so they have the design for the company Rockbox. But like he makes designs, they print them,
Gotcha.
and then she puts it on too. And like, I mean, the shit's pretty cool. Like it the way it works is really cool. I've watched her make like the cups for people and stuff. Like that shit's cool as fuck.
Damon, you just mentioned something that we have to discuss today.
What?
Joey and I stayed up until 1:30 in the morning watching the Mike Tyson fight.
The worst fight
worst fight I've ever seen in
in
my
history.
It was
The best part of that fight was in the locker room when they were interviewing
Oh,
Tyson
yeah.
and he turns around with
His
his
ass cheeks.
and he's just naked, just purely
Dude,
naked.
there is something
Yeah, man.
seriously wrong with that
Life.
man.
I think he just doesn't care.
No,
you
he
know what I
doesn't.
mean?
Well,
It's like
And for those that watched the fight, the way he was biting his gloves,
Mhm.
yeah.
I was like, "What is?"
Did you hear his
wrong?"
interview?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
he has a
He has an
a
oil.
bite- yeah,
he has
like-
he has a biting fixation.
But
yeah.
he looked like he was messed up.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so even the announcer was like, he's done this in all of his fights.
Mhm.
This like he always bites his
Yeah.
glove because the other guy was like,
Well, you know
no,
why,
he
right?
can't breathe. His mouthpiece is messed up, and he's like, no, it's not.
Wasn't Tyson the one that
Yeah.
bit off a
Yes.
guy's ear?
Yeah.
Holyfield, right?
Yeah,
Holyfield,
didn't you hear that when they did the interview? He was like, "Yeah, I got a biting fixation."
I got
and
an
all you hear is
oral
like,
fixation.
no, he said biting.
biting. Yeah,
He said biting fixation, and then all you hear is,
What's that
"Yeah,
about?
we know that."
Yeah, no, the announcers were ruthless. It was funny.
Yeah.
yeah. We
Better
were
than an ear.
so-
He did not look all there.
We were so pumped to watch that,
Yeah.
and he came out, and it was just like, this needs to end now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They should have had the girl fight the last one because that was the best fight of the whole entire night.
My God,
Yo, they got torn up.
That's impressive, huh?
The
that is
fact-
impressive.
the fact that she lost
Yeah,
is insane.
there was no
insane.
reason why she lost.
Serrano is a dog. She's like, ever since Jake Paul started boxing, right? Like, obviously, like, whatever. But when he signed Serrano, I've watched all of her fights. Like, and she is top tier.
Mhm.
Like, she'd probably beat Jake in a boxing
Mhm.
match. Like, she's
That-
disgusting.
Well, it took a lot of her to come back out after her eyelid
Oh my God, her-
split
was
open.
hanging down.
Like I would have been like, no, I'm done. No, this fucking thing hurts. Like,
That's
get me out of here.
Yeah, but so it's the adrenaline. They probably
Yeah.
don't even feel it.
Yeah.
There's no way there's not an appeal happening for that. There's no way Amanda Serrano
was
Not even
terrible.
that. Like the punches thrown, the punches landed, and her
and then
percentage.
the point deduction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
What?
it didn't make any sense to me because
None.
like isn't that how it's judged off of is how many times you land a punch
Well,
and how like
there's
yeah.
multiple different reasons. We were talking about this at the house too. There has to be like a scoring that they had. So they had like a special scoring system. I don't know if it was for just Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But they had weird rules. I
Yeah.
forget what the rules were. And but like one of the weird rules I do remember is the people that were scoring the fight were ringside.
Mhm.
Which is like, I don't know if that's not abnormal, but like the people that were scoring them weren't whatever. But it's fucking ridiculous.
Damon, as we were watching it, so my mom was actually watching it with Joey and I, and she said, you know, I have a friend. She's 50 years old,
Mhm.
And for her 50th birthday, unfortunately, she didn't have anybody around to celebrate with. She had a lot of aggression, and so she booked at a boxing gym to go box another woman who is a boxer.
Yeah.
But it was just more to get the aggression out. And I was thinking about that. That would be a lot of fun. Just go to a boxing gym, you know, and pay money to fight a boxer. And Joey said, I'd probably have 5 punches and be winded.
Oh, 100%.
But is that something you would do?
Yeah, if I was more athletic and fit.
But why would you
Dude,
go and spend money
hold
to
on.
get your ass kicked?
Hold on. Well,
I think it's a.
I mean, I think. I mean, I feel like if you went in there, you could be like, I don't box. They'll probably take it a little easy on you.
No,
I doubt that.
probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't
if
know.
I was a good boxer and somebody came in and said, "Hey, I'm going to give you $300 to beat my ass," I'm going to the fucking 9.
I wouldn't go in being like, yeah, I just want to get my ass whooped.
Well,
I mean, if they saw no existing technique, maybe they'd go easier.
It's not even that. They just see how fat I am. They'll
That
be like,
don't
yeah,
matter.
this guy doesn't do anything.
Don't matter. You got
Hold
a
on,
lot of
did
weight
you ever see
behind you.
Butterbean?
No, I know.
That's
but
true.
our buddy has
Still an athlete.
the VR, and he has the VR boxing.
Yeah.
We did that.
Workout.
Oh my God. The first round I was done.
Yeah, it was like,
Like the amount of like movement you're doing and everything. It's,
I think
it's
if
killer,
you
man.
if you bite your gloves while you're doing
Yeah.
it, it gives you more.
Might give you the.
well, it was either bite the gloves or Jake's ear was getting bitten off. So
That would have been amazing.
Nah,
That
that,
would've been fun.
fight was so freaking lame.
And-
And when you watch Tyson train,
yeah,
that wasn't him train. Like when he was in the mat, that wasn't him.
honest to
Yeah.
God, I think it was. He was. This may sound weird, but he's endorsing Jake, trying to get him to be a better, people to realize that he's a good boxer
No,
and shit
so
like that.
so my running theory is that I think Mike thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was, and I think when he got hit, like when he lost his balance the first time, because he came out doing his signature
Yeah.
bob and weave, you know what I mean, and then he got hit, lost his balance, and then he kind of just stood still.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I think that might be the moment he realized, like, I'm 50 fucking 8 years
Yeah.
old. Like, getting hit by, like, a
Crazy.
28-year-old. Like, so, because then he just kind of stopped, stood still, and, like, you know what I mean? You still get, like, the glimpses of, like, him moving, but,
they also were wearing heavier gloves too.
yeah, 14 ounce, which that was another weird thing. 14 ounce
Well,
gloves.
because it had more padding in it. They were saying
Usually anyone over a certain weight is, like, 10 ounces.
Yeah,
Damon, I don't know. I think in your prime days, I think you would have been a good boxer.
I think I still can be. I think
I don't
can
know.
be.
I slap boxed him one time. He
Yeah, well, that's different. Like, if I'm in a...
that's different.
That's different. There's no, like...
I have
When
no
we're slap boxing, I'm more scared my nose ring's gonna get ripped out. But
Yeah.
if I like step into a fight with some random person, like I'm a fucking dog. Like I will kill them. Like
I mean, I wouldn't call you a-
$300, people. We're sending Damon to
Yeah.
a gym.
I wouldn't,
Dude,
I
I'll
wouldn't call
fight
you
somebody.
a dog. I mean,
You hear
maybe
me?
a cat.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
no, it would be this.
102.
give me the letter,
Don't talk to me. Say please.
please.
No, but I would go and train. I would like that because that's the best way to drop the weight.
Great.
you know?
Yeah. No. Seriously. Great workout.
Yeah.
Boxing is a great workout.
Maybe that's what I'll do. You want to join a boxing gym?
I think it's expensive.
Is it?
There's
Yeah.
there's a wonderful boxing
wanted to
gym
do
in New
UFC.
Jersey called Rock Box.
I wanted to train UFC.
Yeah, because I'm going to
Yeah, you
drive
would
all
get
the way to.
fucked up. Boxing is your best bet.
No, I'm saying I wanted to train. I didn't actually want to fight.
Yeah, I don't
wanted
wanna-
to train
yeah.
like UFC.
I don't want to
fighters.
fight. I would just
Yeah.
like to train.
I mean, I would like to know how to like to properly fight, so then I know that I'll never get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, a couple beers in, I get a little.
No, yeah, I was
So
gonna
a
say
couple
you're
beers
psycho.
in at the Eagles tailgate, Nikki, well, a couple beers and some corn moonshine.
Corn moonshine, yeah,
Nikki was ripping the 12 milligram Zins like they were gum.
yeah.
Really?
they were awful. They sucked.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
like them
would,
much.
yeah. I think it's way too high, but it was like, man, they smacked you, but I was throwing them in. I was like,
Well,
You guys want one? No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
let's put it at this. Stevie put it in his mouth for maybe 5 seconds before ripping it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was 5 minutes, and it felt like battery acid was
did.
eating through
It
my
really
jaw.
Do you remember what were we doing? Playing Mario Party?
Yeah.
And y'all were drinking, I think. Joey put in a Zin. I had Zins.
This is when Joey
like,
first had a 6.
10 minutes later,
Were you
He's
throwing
a-
up?
Oh,
he's
dude, I
like,
was
I
hurling
gotta go.
everywhere.
Just
I gotta go.
for like 20 minutes, he comes out. He's like, "I'm done, guys. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed."
I think it was the first time you ever did a
Yeah.
6.
Were you sweating?
Well, no, because I thought it was a 3 though.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
I?
Yes.
Yeah.
He thought it was a
so I
3,
popped it
threw
in.
it
I
in.
was like, yeah, I can do this. It's fine. And no, it's a fucking 6. And I was just like, holy fuck. Room was spinning. I was like, I'm done. I took it out, went and threw up, and then I was out.
And he's not a very pleasant puker
No.
at all.
No, like
We
3
have-
doors down probably heard me throwing up.
Yeah.
We have multiple videos showing Joey and his throwing up.
Yeah, I'm violently
I think-
like
You got to add it at the end of this video.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I have the video Uncle Mark took of me when I was throwing up over the balcony. I mean the deck.
Yeah, we'll throw it in. You got to send it to me. I'm putting it up. I have that. We
It's
have
very
that, and I
vocal.
have Joe. We had my uncle and aunt and parents over our house the one day, and I was working late. I come home and they're trashed.
Yeah.
Joey's so gone, and then he just like he's sitting in the chair before. I think it was even before dinner started, and he was just sitting in a chair. He gets up and gets on the ground out back and just chucks.
Oh yeah.
But
That's so funny.
That's not even the worst night. The worst night I ever had was we were drinking IPAs, like strong IPA.
Yeah.
I think what was it, like 10%?
yeah,
And we drank me and Nikki drank a whole 24 pack. Went out and got more. Well, somebody went out. We didn't drive. Somebody went out and grabbed another 12 pack, and we were also drinking Crown Royal Apple.
Oh, geez.
And I think we finished the handle of that.
Yeah.
So at this point I'm
gone.
blacked out.
Yeah.
And I go upstairs to go to the bathroom and of course throw up.
Yeah.
Jenna went to bed and came downstairs and found me hugging the toilet, but non-responsive. Like I wasn't like so she comes down the stairs and she's like, "Nikki, I think Joey's dead."
she was in tears,
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My aunt and mom had to console her and I walk into the bathroom and Joey's just on the ground. I'm laughing because it's funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's just laying on the ground, and I get up there.
See, there's some people, yeah, you pass out and go to sleep. For me, the last time I was drinking the Balvenie whiskey, I was with Joey at a bar.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And there was a guy, nicely sitting next to us eating his tacos.
And we were all like we were friendly, like we were talking with
Yeah.
them and everything.
And I decided that his dinner was going to be mine.
It
was already first off, the taco was already half eaten.
I took it off his plate and ate it.
no way.
Yeah.
And Joey can finish the rest of that story.
Yeah, this dude looked at him and was like, "Did he just really eat my fucking taco?" And Stevie goes, "Yeah." And this dude got up and left the bar, and like the bartender looks at me and he's like, "He's cut off." I was like, "Yeah, we're leaving now."
Yeah.
Grab Stevie, try to get him in the car. And
Oh, man.
yeah.
That's awesome.
insane, bro.
That is awesome.
That's so funny.
And not
That's
just
such a
that,
funny
like
story.
I'm driving him home and he goes, "You got to pull over. I'm about to throw up." So he gets out of the car and starts walking back to the fucking bar. So now I jump out of my goddamn car and chase this motherfucker down to go and grab him back into the car.
That's great.
So
That's amazing.
me and Stevie are arguing outside in front of somebody's house. I'm like, "Stevie, get the fuck back in the car."
That's amazing.
I'm not proud of that.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There were some good times.
That's great.
Definitely sorry to change it, but definitely a flavor change
Yep.
with the wrapper.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
you're getting both ends
got a
too,
lot-
'cause
it-
you're
Yeah. It's just like, it got sweeter. It's like a
Yeah.
nice sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am getting both. Oh, man.
Well, it's nice. But what we at? We
108.
108.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to wrap up. But yeah, the cigar is phenomenal. I'm glad that we got to share it with you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah,
We know
love
you're
to do
busy.
this again.
We know you're busy, so coming in
everyone's
here,
busy.
man, and give us your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And I will pay you back with that nice Barry Crockett this weekend.
Yeah, I love that. I'm excited to try it.
Yep.
And then we'll have some fun.
Are you guys frying a turkey?
Yeah.
Fry a turkey. I think we might need to get a second turkey and just do it like an oven.
I mean, you could take my fryer if you wanted to do two.
I mean, we could do that too. If
Yeah,
we
we
want to
could.
fry too.
It's up to you.
Just bring it.
Yeah, bring it and we'll decide. Because I know like last year they did some stuff in that because you can't stuff a fried turkey.
Although we only have 6 gallons of oil, so we would need to get more oil.
So here's another thing. Apparently, people fry. I don't know how this works, but you fry the turkey with the stuffing. I don't know how it works, but it's like fried stuffing. And
Okay.
apparently it is out of this world.
We'll have to look it up. We'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't.
I mean, the top part of the stuffing's going to be burnt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do
inside
it.
might be all right.
Yeah.
But you rip that off, and then you probably got the nice moist fried stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try it. Maybe we will do two, and we'll do
Is
stuffing in
the
one.
bird upside down or?
Yeah. So
yeah.
the
the
stuffing
ass
will
is
be
up.
up.
All right. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
But
I'll try it. We'll try it.
do you guys have a website, or you're just working off Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. So
Okay.
Hanebury Plumbing and Heating, and we do anybody who follows us or likes our page 10% off any
Okay.
service call.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So we'll add that to the description in the link. I'll pop it up on the screen too, and then we'll put that on there. We'll do a Facebook post shouting you guys out.
There we go.
So
Thank
was
you.
it? But it's Bucks County, Chester, Montgomery,
And Delaware County.
and Delaware
Yep.
County. Okay.
Yeah. If
So-
you're in those areas and you need plumbing work or
And-
heating work,
Hanebury Heating and
Yep.
Plumbing is the way to go.
Oh.
Do work on the weekends too, so
Oh, nice,
That's
nice.
different.
Yeah. That's good though. That you can close this out.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Stevie, for coming out.
Bet.
If you like to see us in the Around the Tables, let us know down in the comments. Give us a like, follow, hit that notification bell, and we'll get more of these out to you. But for now, keep going.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank
See
you.
ya.
see it.